educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew.
Hello everyone and welcome back to CraftWorks. We are almost finished with our base and we're almost finished with the season. Like, there's only a few more episodes. I do have one more little lore thing that I want to wrap up, but and a couple other little bits and pieces here, mainly to do this with those sniffers back there. So Zincberg asked me to meet him over at Spawn because he had a project in mind that he wanted to do, and honestly I've been waiting for him and I got a whole bunch of stuff set up, and he just logged on a little bit ago, said that he was going to do a little bit of introing. So I'm going to bop on over there and see if I can catch him in the middle of his intro. And, well, we're going to ask you a question near the end of the video that is going to be very important. So make sure you stay until the end. If you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment for me. Well, part of what we're asking is a comment. So stay tuned to what we want you to ask. And let's get going back to Spawn and go meet up with Zinc.
Sure what it is, but I need... a Millie! I need a Millie! Millie!
Hey, Zinc. Zinka. Wait.
Is that
I
my
went-
name? No, is that...
went-
You went a little over the top.
I went a little Spice Girls on there. Sorry, I'm
Spice... Is that what it was?
Zinka.
Yeah. Very good.
What's going
Very
on?
good.
You said to meet
Look,
you over
come
here,
in.
and
Yeah, yes. Come over here. I found something. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Here,
yes.
remember there was this thing here before, and it was sitting here for all of since time began on the server.
I think it was
and this
something
is,
somebody else was gonna build, and I started putting some
yep.
stuff down and kind of trying to.
No. I found this, and this is. I think we should build something here.
Well,
I think I've got a great idea for building something.
Okay, yeah. What would you like to build here?
Well, because of the pattern of this thing that I just found that just exists here,
That
that I don't know who would have put it down
here earlier.
I don't know about that. But this here, I think we should build something here, like that looks sort of like this shape, maybe.
Like the shape,
A little bit this shape.
I mean, we are at Spawn. There is big wide open space here and lots of memories. So
There is lots of memories here.
Let's go this
Millie
way.
Stone Axe.
Where are you?
don't touch
Over
the
here.
stone.
Tubbs.
I'm by
Hello.
the lava butt.
Hello. Okay.
It's a peach. I don't wanna backslide to. No, Tubbs.
No, I'm sorry.
I forgot all the
no-
21 Pilots fans are here.
Yes.
That's true.
Sorry, I was just remembering.
Yep.
I
I'll have to remember.
It hurt a little bit to remember. My brain isn't used to having to work.
Oh, yeah. To come up with whatever to build here is taking a lot of brain power. That's
That's it. I'm thinking, what if we built a giant rocket ship that goes all the way up, like right up to build height, and it's got some mechanical stuff on it, big arms that come out and things, or we could build like a little museum type thing.
I think I like the museum thing with how close we are to the end of the season. Like, the rocket ship would have been great, don't get me wrong, but it would have been great like 8 months ago.
All right. Well, you ruined my fun, but fine.
We could put a little rocket ship right out front. That would be kind of fun. I mean, like, museums usually have like little rocket ships, like blast off.
How does it go?
Hold on.
you nearly.
Like this.
I mean, I was gonna say you could have,
Like that.
or you could have just gone like that. Like.
Yeah, but that
I
hurts.
can't take off. Yeah, I can't do straight takeoff still. We still haven't got that fixed.
No.
All right, so
Let's build something.
Let's build something. That sounds fun. All right.
And then they just like appeared out of the corner of my eye. Are we ready? Let's do this. Let's go. All right, I'm just sword in hand and go.
Get him, Millie.
Ah!
Oh no, they're getting me.
Distract
I don't want to. That isn't what I
them,
wanted.
distract them. I'll come behind you and do stuff and. Oh, my
Oh,
fire!
good you, sorry. I'm sorry, Millie, that was me. That was me.
Ooh, hello. Come back. Come back. Ah,
Getting them. Oh,
get him.
got him.
I'm gonna drink this bottle and.
Yeah, right. It's been done before.
Yeah, that's a skit that's already been done. I know. Like, how many arrows do I only have one arrow in my foot. I'm feeling pretty good
In
about
the foot?
myself. Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah.
An adventure until I took that arrow to the knee. Oh wait, wrong game. Hello, everyone.
I
No.
never know where to look.
Can't
Where
do
am I
that. I'm
looking?
looking. Where am I looking? I am going to. Here, I'll look at the gold
You
block.
know the trick? Millie, I've worked out the trick for it. I've
What's-
worked out the trick
what's-
for it.
what's the trick?
When you've got two people, you look where the other person is looking. So when you're in F5,
Yes.
you straighten up their view, and then
Yep.
everything's okay.
Yep, and
I've got all these ones with Oda where he's like looking off this
He's
way.
looking at that way. So yeah.
Like,
So if
what are
you
you
were
doing?
looking in a direction, I'll look in a direction, and we'll look at the direction together. And
Okay.
Zinc, I think we're a little batty from how long it's taken to build this museum. What do you think?
Yes. Yeah, it's taken a while, right?
Yes. Are we ready to show our viewers the thing?
We can show the viewers. They're gonna be so surprised, even though they've just seen it in a time lapse.
Oh yeah, but they haven't seen the inside in the time lapse unless you're showing it. I don't know. Okay.
I haven't even seen.
You haven't even seen. You haven't looked. But there's all these windows. You haven't been looking in.
No. Well, no. You know when I said we should do something. Well, when we said that we should do something,
Yes.
it's been very me doing part of it and you doing another part of it.
Well,
We haven't done a great deal together.
I think we did our best parts though. I think like.
I think that's true.
You did the
I think
best
that's true.
exterior you could do. Well, you, yeah, not the best. We had size constraints and
We did.
time constraints and stuff. But and then I did my interiors, and I think it's gonna be good. I think it's
I
like
think it's good. All right.
yeah.
Okay. Now, how should we show them? Should we do? Do you want to?
I mean, I'm
the
showing them right
outside-
now. I'm looking at it like.
Oh, are you? Okay, I'll look at it.
Ta-da!
Get back from it.
It's the
This
CraftWorks
is it.
Season 2 Museum!
There it is. It's the
Woo!
museum.
I'm excited. There's a build here now, Zinc. Like it's been
There
an
is.
empty plot all season
Right.
long, and now that is the end of the season, we had to have
It is.
a finished thing, and he's running away for some
Now,
reason. I don't
I'm
know
running
why.
away because I want to look at it
Okay.
like as I would.
Oh,
Like I'm
okay.
coming up to the portal and I go like, oh look, there's a building
what's this?
over there.
Ooh,
that.
actually, it looks really good from this angle, honestly.
It does. Okay. Well, I kept going to pan out, and Oda's great big nether portal thing kept getting in the way. So every time I was building anything, I looked at it from this angle.
Yeah, this is actually a really good angle to look at it. I'll have
Yeah,
to take
yeah.
the thumbnail from this. You guys will find out whether or not I took the thumbnail from this angle or not, because you'll have seen it before you. Ooh, the
I
purple
forgot
glow.
that thumbnails were a thing. I need to
Yeah.
do that too.
Yeah,
Would you like a tour of the outside? Well, actually,
let's.
you've done some outside stuff that I also haven't.
I
looked
did
at
landscaping, so we can take a
You
look
did?
at both. So,
yet. Okay. Well, let's start with that. What did you do with the
Yeah.
landscape?
so I mowed the lawn.
You did, and you did that crisscrossy thing.
Yeah, I did the
stripes.
crisscrossy
You did the
thing,
stripes.
and then did the stripes, and then I added in little bushy things and little flowery things. I'm gonna move that, and then and then we have bushes around, and just kind of minimal landscaping, because I don't think a museum would have more than just like mowed lawns, really, and then a few like plants here and there.
When you do this, so in my head, when I think, all right, so that's a lot of moss to be placing down.
Mm-hmm.
Did you put down some moss and then bone meal the whole thing and then pull out the moss to put dirt down, or did you just dig out stripes?
In
and
the
put down
back, I did that, but it's actually faster to dig out and put them down in stripes.
moss? Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
was
especially since Cube Prospector had the moss for sale. I just bought a ton of moss blocks and just went for it.
There you go. Yeah, I like this. I like the mowed lawn look. I when I first saw it, I thought, oh, that's really cool. That is so much like what a museum would do or something like that.
Mhm.
Having that thing. And gardens. I can see pretty gardens.
Yep, and we have the gardens over here, and I'm ogling the building as it's getting dark. We're gonna have to sleep, but I did light up the area a little bit, and we have tiered gardens through here.
Yes. Yeah.
I did have
Yeah,
it
no,
lit up
that's
a little
right.
bit, and just kind of a nice little rose garden, poppies and tulips, and then I've got the other, like the purpley colored ones down below, the lilacs and the torch flowers, and then more poppies and tulips down below to kind of bring more of that red in all the way through.
It looks delicious.
Yeah, like a popsicle.
That's what we were saying, right? It looks a little bit like a popsicle.
Actually-
Yeah, it looks great. I really like that. And just having an area. You know what? We should have done like a little area to sit. But
yeah.
but that's okay.
Okay,
That's
we can always add more stuff
can-
to it, and I have asked the crafters, and I'm gonna, like, if you're watching this video and you're a crafter and or a viewer and you think there's something else that could be added to the museum, I said this at the beginning of my video, I had a request for you. If you think that there's gonna be something that we should add to this, and in Zinc's feed too, like in your comments section, Zinc, like let us know, and we will get something else added if you think that it's noteworthy enough to be in a museum from the season. So.
Yes, we will judge your comments harshly and just
No,
throw them away like
no.
they mean nothing. Oh, no, we're not doing that.
No, but if we already have it in here, we'll make sure
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
watching this video the rest of the way through, and then you'll see it.
Yeah, particularly the interior stuff. I think anything that was important as far as a CraftWorks event went, memorable moments and things like that.
Yeah,
we want to see.
and also whatever we could actually put to represent said event or thing, because that was the
That's
difficult
right.
thing we're having to do, because
they
a lot
are
of these
small things,
a lot of things like the charity stream, for example, it was giant games, and I can't put that in a museum, but
You're not trying hard enough. There was a whole basement we could have. No.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me show you what we
Yeah.
did on the outside. So
Yeah.
at the very front here, we have a milli stained glass window. That looks cool. I like that.
Yeah.
We went with these, the wart blocks on down here that look like the red banners. I think it's New York Museum has
The
those.
Museum of New York, yeah.
Yeah. And so went with that, and just a little bit of a sort of a shape up the top. I'm not ecstatic about it. I have redone that top thing more times than I think I spent more time up there than anywhere else.
He has. Check the time lapses. You'll see how many
Yeah,
times.
yeah. Oh, I think I stopped even recording it on the time lapse.
It
'cause
was
I
brown
so
at
sick
one
of
point, and then it was black. Yep.
grey and black. Yeah, it's been all the colours.
But we like this one, and we do like this one. I like
Yeah,
this
it
one.
looks cool.
So
I like this too. And then over on the walls here, so I've zinced this up a bit. So I've thrown in my usual little sort of breaking up the bricks and things that I do. But also I went with something that I've been working on a little bit lately, which is this idea of having 4 block depths or more to a wall,
Yeah.
which is really hard to find the space to do it on a small build like a house, but on a big build like this where you can get these layers of the glass panes, then the interior wall, then a wall, then a block on the outside, then a decoration. Like having it that deep just gives you the ability to really get some difference in it. And I love the way that came out. That was sort of by accident that we exposed those interior walls.
Yeah, and I think it looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks really cool, doesn't it? It adds a lot to it. It really pulls it out. The sides we haven't done a great deal with. I didn't really do a lot there, and just did sort of the lighting around the edge.
Lighting, still looks really good the way it is.
It does.
And I know we didn't bring in the black and the white on the sides. Well, you brought in the white diorite at the bottom, and I think that it was an important change. And then you brought in the white up above.
Yes,
and I like how you kind of aged that too with the diorite.
Yeah, sort of just brought a little bit of that in. I did that thing where I was running out of quartz.
Oh, you could have asked me, but I actually like it like that. Like I had extra on me, but
yeah. I find that most of that stuff where you do things like that, a lot of that for me comes from, oh no, I've only got 2 of those blocks left. We better stretch it out with something else. Come around the back. We'll have a look at the back before we go inside. We've got to have a look at each side of it, I guess.
Yep, definitely.
Similar. So the back here, just to sort of mimic the front a little bit. To a similar sort of degree. And yeah, I mean, I think you did a lot of the back part, especially. See, I told you that the blue looks really good in the
I know.
stained
I'm going to
glass.
probably switch around and put more color, but it makes more sense with the interior thing. And I might change the front glass again because of what's up there. So once we look at it, I might change it again. So
I'm so glad that you did the blue because I like it.
Yeah, I like that, especially with who's up there in front of that window. So we'll take a look at that. But yeah.
We're going to find out who Millie's favourite crafters are. You'll be able to judge by where they stand.
Oh no! It was honestly who I remembered and in which order I remembered them. So maybe that was part of it, but also whose head I had. That was another one. I had to.
That's right.
I had to really push for some of these heads, but I like the green.
What happened with Melissa's head? I was determined I was going to get that for you, and then she disappeared, or I disappeared.
Oh, she came over and she had an extra. Oh no, I got a head from Lane. That's what it was.
That's boring.
She brought some cute heads of her own that are circus shaped. So we'll go see those here in a second.
Very good, awesome.
And then here's all the gardens.
The gardens and things, and this tree was already existing. Now, did you make this tree, or did this tree just exist?
I think I'm gonna have to consult all of my old videos from being in this area, but I think this tree might have always been here. Give me those.
I know you put that light there, but
I know you don't like them. Well, give me those then, because my supplies.
They're yours. That's
give it to me.
Right, there's that.
I love that. That's a Millie thing of hanging chains and stuff off of trees. It's all right. I know you put a ton of light there. Yeah.
It was feeling too much.
Nah, you're good. You're good.
All right. You put it in the museum. There you go.
I'll put it in the museum. It will.
All right.
Yep.
Now, I am so excited for this because I haven't seen. I've tried not to look, and I've glanced in, and I've sort of been
glanced in as we worked.
I've been trying so hard not to look at the inside, so I want the full tour. Please.
All right, let's
feel
go
like
on
I've got
through.
the headphones on.
Oh,
and I'm walking through the museum. On your left, you will see.
Well, we have a little bit of seating. I'm gonna have to put some more upstairs. I think I might need that, but I did do a self-guided tour book for anybody who doesn't get this and is not watching this video as they're going, but I did a book and it's counterclockwise on each floor as you go, so it's going to go counterclockwise all the way around and then up the stairs and then counterclockwise up there.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, so the book goes from here, so it always starts with this one, which is Spawnville, and where we spawned in for the very first time, the birch forest. And then on the second day, our shoreline picnic with friends, when we met all of the new crafters that came aboard on season 2. And then I had to get a season 2 map of Spawn. So I have our Spawnville map here.
Look at that. That's cool.
That is really
we've done
cool.
so much here.
Mhm.
Hey? Like we've really built out the area. Wow.
Yeah.
Why is there a dot there?
That's where the map exists.
Oh, okay. Oh,
That's
right.
the
Okay.
map,
So
yeah.
wherever there's a map, there's a.
Oops.
What did you do?
There.
Oh, I'm glad
Push
you
it
did.
into
I'm glad-
place.
I nearly punched it, so I'm glad I didn't.
I realized it
Yeah,
hadn't been
wow.
updated since I striped the lawn, so.
Ah, right. Okay. There you go.
All right.
Yeah. That's so cool. Right.
Yeah. So then our biggest first event that we did was the Halloween district. Actually, I think the very first event was your loot fairy, but we'll get to you. But the big build. So I brought over one of Melissa's scarecrows and have that as that little decor. And then we had the Christmas village. So I brought over one of the candy canes. And then the Christmas pickle. So I moved the Christmas pickle game over here, although the Christmas pickle is still somewhere hidden, somewhere at Spawn, and I don't know where it is.
You know who won the Christmas pickle?
Yeah, you did.
I did.
You did.
You know why? Because I never get bored. And I just kept going until I found it.
I kept going, but man, you had sharp eyes that day. That was sharp eyes.
Yes.
Then this little guy is our trial chambers and the raid at Spawn that you also did. So that's what that represents there. I only got to see that in video, but I remembered it, so I wanted to make sure that was in here.
Yes.
And then we've got Isabox in her podcast Pier, so that's
nice.
why she's got her little fishing pole, because she's the idea person and the editor for all the podcasts on our CraftWorks channel. And if you haven't subscribed to the CraftWorks channel itself, the CraftWorks SMP channel, you should, because her and Lane do a great job, and they've interviewed some really good people, haven't they, Zinc, like us?
They have. They have. This is feeling very much like it's about me at the moment.
I think it's a little bit about you. We're gonna get away from that here in a second,
right,
but
good.
just a few. I did want to make sure that I mentioned some of the people that we also have left early on season 2. Anchorades was one of them. You can go find his ginormous base way south of Spawn if you want to go find him.
Yes.
Charity Stream was the one I had trouble with, so I just put Donkey Kong up here. I wanted to put more stuff, so if you're watching this and you want to know, you have an idea for something we can put in the Charity Stream, let me know. I don't think we got any heads from, well, no, nobody was actually on the server, so.
No, that's right.
And then we've got It's Your Girl Melissa and her her fairground stuff and her carnival. So she brought her little hot dog head, and I got one of her honey blocks because and her llama head from her carousel. So because she did honey early in the season, so I wanted to make sure that was in here. Yeah. And then we come on over here, just some paintings and stuff. And then the Luces of Gooses. And if you kind of look from where he is out the window, I can see his neighborhood from here. So that's kind of why I put his corner there. And the painting here is to represent that hill over there.
Ah, right, okay, yes.
I couldn't come up with anything else. So if anybody else, I know Goose has 40,000 some subscribers. If you guys have ideas for his corner, let me know.
Yep.
And then Empress Little
This is hard, right? Because
this is hard.
It isn't just a remembrance of CraftWorks, but it's how you remember CraftWorks, which is difficult because it's the people you were more involved with.
Because there's 15 to 20 people who are putting out videos and making sure to keep up on watching what they were doing, as well as having to put out your own content. It's kind of hard.
Yeah. Yep.
E actually helped me with her own display, so that's an example of one that was finished. We got all of the heads of all of her characters, her little player characters, her little Halloween head that she wore. She actually has an excerpt from one of her scripts in the book next to her.
Oh, nice.
And then, since we couldn't get Zion or anything, I put a painting that kind of almost looks like the dinosaur-y, like Zion kind of thing, and you can't see him from the window. But she also put in a couple of her holdfast flowers, so they exist up here too.
Nice. Are there Arctic spiders somewhere?
There is.
Hiding?
He's hiding
there
over
is.
here.
There.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
No place would be without one of her Arctic spiders. And then Zinc, you're gonna have to help me with your corner because I put in your loot fairy, and I actually had one of the limited edition loot fairy heads, but I couldn't figure out what else I should put in here to represent you. So.
Yes, well, I'll have to think about that. I haven't thought about that.
Yeah, think about that. And then I couldn't think of much for myself, so I just put me with some flowers in my banner.
Your flower shop. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, for you, if I was thinking, like, if there was a way to get some of that beautiful color that you've been building with into this, because that whole area just looks so amazing.
Yeah, and I thought about that too. I'm like, if this had been a larger structure, I probably would have brought in some of that mosaic window that I built down that first build.
Yep, for
All right,
sure.
so that's the first floor.
Yes.
Go on up here to the second floor. And we've got a book there too, and I'm gonna go counterclockwise now that we're upstairs again.
Right.
So we've got K-Hug, aka Call Me Kyler, and his Craft Us. So he brought one of his little Among Us character heads last night.
Cool.
And then just Wandering Trader. This display, this display is actually, it's going to change. It's interactive. I actually have this bit in the book about the fact that we have the mini block heads, and the Wandering Trader sells those. And we introduced this season the cutter to be able to make those mini blocks. So I wanted to call that out as something different.
Awesome.
And one thing about Kyler, the reason I put him in this corner too, you can see Mustache Marvels right through the window.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's awesome.
And then we have Featherfetcher, who also left a little early. I need to do something maybe farmy, because he has that giant farm, so I might bring in some wheat or something for him. So I do need to still finish his.
He had the corn... Those cornfields were really cool, and the way he did that block, I mean, not that that's everything that Feather was, but it's a good representation being what he was doing.
He had such a painting style. I might also put a painting or something, because he just everything he built was so it was always picture perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And then I've got Captain Wishbone, and we're still going to put a display for him once his ship is finished, but I kind of did some flags kind of making look like a captain, and I've got representation of his little black booties from season 1. But in the book, as you read the book, it talks about his achievement thing that he did. And I might have to put a score about how many achievements he had by the end of the season, because I feel like that is intrinsically him, and everybody loves his achievement thing that he does. So and the dragon egg and the dragon fight, and that was another group thing that we did, and that's why I think I might end up changing the glass again. I think I might need to put blue and purple and stuff into that window instead. But got that here, and obviously the dragon egg. I've been holding on to it all season. I know you finally grabbed it. E finally grabbed it and got her achievement. But if anybody else, crafters, you need to do it, make sure you put it back after you grab it. But it's been here. Get your achievement. Oda, I got his little trident from his giant trident shop. I mentioned a lot more in the book about all of the stuff he did. He did the gold farm, he did the lava drop, he did the clue mansion, and I need to get some other. I think I'm gonna put like a dead Steve here at some point.
Oh, okay, nice.
Like in the clue mansion, so I haven't finished that quite, but I wanted to make sure I couldn't get his Hawaiian shirt, but I got his like the orange and stuff from his Hawaiian shirt into his thing. And then we've got Q Prospector, and he has his pickaxe, and because I know he's been building like crazy, and I almost should have put him over there because you can see all of his area over in that other window. But he also brought the gray wood to the server, and I wanted to have a representation of that because he was the one that got us all together to take part in the wood shop together. So he's also kind of a group project because he pulled together the timber time.
Yep.
Oh, and it looks like Lane's add some extra stuff to his displays.
We don't need to look at the Lane display. What's next?
Yeah, I know. He's got prismarine and stuff, and he's got bone blocks, and he's got, he apparently had to put his bone meal obsession. That is amazing, Lane.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I should have thought of that because we all make fun of him for his bone meal obsession.
What we should have done here is build this crazy, huge, big build.
Giant mansion thing.
My God.
We love you, Lane.
What he's done out there is amazing.
He has absolutely done amazing.
It's been crazy. He's been so good with that. Like just
Yep. I mean, he built the Prismarine farm. You can see his shop across the river from here, and then that mansion. There's no way I could make any representation of that mansion, but it is absolutely incredible. If you're watching the video and you get the world download, go to the portal and then just head north, and you'll be able to find his the gray carpets.
Yes.
And then CraftWorks Beach Day. So I put one of our beach towels in kind of like a beachy looking photo. And you helped with that one. And Melissa and Lane and E all hung out, and we had a blast on our beach day.
We did. Yep.
And we've got the Nard one, and he did the redstone shop, so that's why I have his little redstone
shop, isn't that?
He didn't finish the redstone, but he does have redstone for sale. And he's building this absolutely crazy thing. I haven't even seen his huge redstone thing except for on his stream, so I'm going to have to go out there and see it in person. It's pretty crazy. Then Archon Kai, we haven't seen too much of him this season either, but he built his beautiful house, and it's right over there with the cherry tree in the middle, so I wanted to represent that. And then his, again, second season chicken mistake caused all the lag, but we've all since caused the rest of the lag in the server, but we love Archon, and that, like, I wanted to make sure he had that representation. Jittery Bug also left us a little earlier, but we wanted to make sure she was in here too. And like she built like her little investigative office like build down here, and then you can kind of see it across the river, her mansion that she was working on when she left. Cool. Then we've got Toblocks, and I need stuff for Tobes because he has a whole bunch of room, and like you can see him out the window. So I did put him over here for a reason, because you can see a little bit of his base out the window. And Tobes, if you're watching this, I need something for your spot. I could not think for the life of me like how to represent it unless we want to do flowers or something or more color.
Yeah, it's all those beautiful builds that he does too, and it's just so hard to represent in sort of a block space. You know, a small space like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So our very last but most memorable, I think, event was kind of the CraftWorks party, block party / your birthday party, and I wanted to make sure that Impala 100 was also had a spot, and then I have some music discs and like speakery things, and then the banners that he created for the block party invites, and of course that crazy head that he has. And I think that's everybody. I didn't forget. Did I forget? I hope I didn't forget anybody. I think I got everybody, didn't I?
I think so. I can't.
I've looked at it like 15 times walking around going, did I get everybody?
I'm so scared to say, yes, that's everybody. And then you're like, wait, we forgot so-and-so. You know, it's like...
Done it like 5 or 6 times. Right? And I can't think of any other big events on the server. So again, like if anybody watching this or you, Zinc, remember any other big things that happened this season, like let us know and we'll get it. We'll fit it in here. We'll make sure it's here before season 2's over.
Yeah, before the download's available.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome, Millie. I love everything about this, the whole idea of it, and that we got to do this together and build something that looks so cool and does have a representation for the server. It's so good.
A little bit of everything for everyone, and hopefully I'll cram in the rest of the little bits and pieces here and there that as I think of things and as people leave comments. And I love the fact that we kind of both put our bits in, and it's not like your build is not really my build either, and it's like a real good mix of both of our styles, which I really enjoy.
And that was something that also that even with the outside and things like that, and some bits of the shape of the interior and things, that we were sort of talking to each other and consulting about what we liked and what we didn't like and what we were going to do and stuff. It's it's been a lot of fun building with you, Millie. It's been really good. And thank you for all the work that you've done on the server and for the server and everything as well this year. It's been really good.
Absolutely. You too, Zinc. Like
outstanding.
getting organizing the Loot Fairy event and just kind of getting people on and doing all the beautiful builds around here and all the ideas that came in season 1. It's been amazing. So
yeah, it's been really cool. Yep. All right. I have to go. I've got to go and hug my mum.
Oh yeah,
it's Mother's
Day.
So
where we
when
are.
I'm recording this, it's Mother's Day. I need to go and give her a big hug. So I'm going to go and do that.
Oh, that sounds
find
good.
Her first, she's probably outside somewhere.
Gonna go.
Who knows?
Go find her and take her to dinner and have a great one. So
exactly.
Excellent.
Exactly. Thank you, Millie, and we will continue doing some bits and pieces to this and get it finished, hey?
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds good,
All right.
Zing.
I'm going to head off. Thanks, Millie.
All right. Bye, Zing.
See you later. Bye.
And everybody, that's going to wrap this episode up from the CraftWorks SMP Museum. Again, leave us a comment. Let us know what we missed and what we should add before the season's over. I'm going to add anything that I can get that is feasible. Obviously, there's things that I can't add. And we didn't add the rocket ship. We were talking about a rocket ship at the beginning. I put the torch flowers to kind of represent that little joke we had. But give yourselves a hug for me. I love you all very, very much. And give your moms a hug for both Zinc and I, because apparently it's Mother's Day on where he is in Australia, and it's Mother's Day for me too. So, Mom, you're probably going to be watching this actually a day later. So happy Mother's Day to you too. I know I would have already called you, but I love you very, very much. And anyway, from the CraftWorks server, we do have, I do have a couple more videos in the bag. I am going to be going on vacation, but it shouldn't be very noticeable for anybody, I hope. Got some other special modded things coming, and we are going to be going back to some tutorials soon. Don't worry, we're coming back with those. But anyway, we're going to be wrapping up season 2 very soon. I have some great ideas. I keep talking about them, and I can't wait to show you all. But I am so happy with this museum. We did such a great job. Zinc did an absolutely spectacular job. I know it's not up to Zinc standards, but it's for the size we did it and the time we did it, it looks great. And I think it fits really well here at Spawn, because all the mismatch and just everybody's personality just shines through all the way through this season and through the server and through all of the creators that are in this building. You guys are awesome, and I love you all very, very dearly, and I hope you also just appreciate how much you've done this season. We looked at this map, and I know Lane mentioned it too on our Discord. Well, but we did good, guys. We did excellent, and we still have all of our other bases. So thanks so much, and thanks again, and I will see you all next week on the next episode of CraftWorks here on Millicraft. Bye, everyone. Bye. And oh yeah, let's see. Ta-da! It's me. It's me.